According to the UN, there are 1.8 billion young people in the world today, and this represents the largest generation of young people in history. Today it is important to focus on the difference that young people are making through the empowerment of education that is igniting the change. Only last month, following the Parkland school shooting in Florida, we saw a group of teenagers take a stand against the lawmakers and gun supporters of the United States as part of their Never Again campaign. Young people are shamed for the overuse of phones and social media, but these teenagers proved how powerful the platform can be, using Twitter to advocate for safer gun laws and promoting marches all across the country that will bring about the change. Emma Gonzalez has now become the most recognisable figure as part of this campaign for changing gun laws, and now with over 1.2 million Twitter followers, she tells them the message, "Change is here." I think that the quote "change is here" encapsulates what the youth of today want you to know, that we are ready to fight for the change that we want to see in the world. We have a voice that we want to be heard, and most importantly, we want it to be heard now. We proved this in the UK general election last year with the largest voter turnout of under 25s in 25 years, demonstrating to everyone that we want to be involved with politics and that politicians need to prioritise our voices. Although I was 3 months too late to vote in last year's general election, I'm looking forward to the next time I can vote, especially being a young woman. This year marks 100 years since the first women achieved the right to vote in the UK, and often we take for granted the suffering that women made for us by not using our voting rights, especially when there are so many women in the world without a voice. I'm in such a privileged position to be able to vote, but we can't neglect the women that have been silenced, forbidden from voting, and had their human rights restricted. For instance, in the Yemen and Pakistan, women still only count as half a witness in civil matters and are unable to testify against adultery and theft. And in 2017, the beating of family members was decriminalised in Russia, which puts women at risk of domestic violence. This leads on to the F word, feminism, and more specifically, intersectional feminism. This refers to a feminist outlook that includes all women, no matter their age, race, nationality, or sexuality. It recognises that there is no one-size-fits-all experience of being a woman. And International Women's Day is an opportunity to provide a platform to raise awareness for the women and girls who don't have the same experience of equality that we do in a Western society. However, we also have to celebrate progress that's been made. For instance, one young woman made history in 2012, and she is the epitome of everything that both the youth of today and women everywhere represent. Malala Yousafzai is an example of a young person who showed us how change is achieved and how women are now demanding equality within all aspects of life, especially education. Undeniably, education is at the core of improving women's position in society and in giving young people a voice. The UN Secretary-General Envoy on the Youth identifies that development will only be achievable when more young people grow into well-educated adults, with new opportunities to acquire wealth and purchasing power. They are currently rejecting the status quo, and just like Malala, they are taking risks to reach their full potential. We mustn't underestimate the power of the youth in today's society, and in turn we need to educate girls and boys all around the world because that is how we will press for progress.